Well, we don't have specific evidence, but delivering airstrikes, and quite effective airstrikes. 60 people dead, 100 people injured against those who are fighting Nusra. One wonders. Not Nusra, but ISIL.
They're asking them, did the United States collude with ISIS in the Security Council? Let's listen in. At least said we were listening.
Be a provocation, but let's see what the next move is going to be from Washington. If they go about blaming Russia for everything, including this airstrike, then I'm afraid their intentions would become extremely clear.
Do you expect the Security Council meeting on Syria to still take place? And what in particular about Ambassador Power's comments leads you to believe we have trouble?
I'm sorry?
What was it about Ambassador Power's comments that leads you to believe that there's no negotiations to be had?
Well, because first I was appalled that while I was talking, she was talking to the media. This is a very serious thing. And then as she walked in...
Now he's talking about Samantha Powers,
without
United States UN ambassador. He was upset as she was ignoring this and was downplaying the seriousness of the U.S.
hearing what I had
going in and striking Syrian troops and killing 60 of them and helping ISIS win this battle that was going on when there's supposed to be a ceasefire, that Russia and the United States signed a ceasefire. Why was the United States bombing Syrian troops and helping ISIS win a battle? This is why there's an emergency Security Council meeting going on right now.
She said that what I said was a stunt, and then she didn't really care to hear what I had to say. After that, I walked out, and others are listening to her rumblings. Yeah.
Understood. Do you expect the Security Council, the high-level Security Council meeting on Syria to still take place?
Well, this is a decision to be taken. I think still a very serious discussion. The situation, under any kind of circumstances, I think this a very serious discussion would be proper.
The Pentagon has been quoted saying that they would consider condolence payments to the families of the Syrian soldiers killed. I'm wondering, do you have any response to that? What do you think of that?
No, I haven't heard the statement, but I haven't heard it. It's for the Syrian government to respond.
On Thursday, Mr. Power said that the Syrian army should not conduct any airstrikes in any area, including the areas which are populated by al-Nusra Front. Does the agreement of 9 September include that? And where does the Syrian army fall into that agreement?
The agreement, which was concluded on the 9th of September, does contain some provisions which limit the areas where the Syrian Air Force might be used.
Do you have intention, Mr. Ambassador?
The deal is that there were supposed to be certain sectors where Nusra is deployed, which would be taken care of by Russian and American Air Force. And since the presence of Russian and American Air Force would be there would be no need for the Syrian government to fly in those sectors.
Today, how serious was it that a clash could have happened in the skies between Russian and American fighters?
I have no details.
First of all, Madame Power said that she blamed the Hippocratic politics by Russia. This is a clear accusation to Russia regarding the situation in Syria, that you've never called for a Security Council urgent meeting before on Syria, despite all the chemical weapon use and all that stuff.
This is demagoguery of the highest order. Demagoguery of the highest order. We have called meetings on various situations over the years. We have discussed Syria. We have discussed anything else. So this I just don't know how to respond to, because it is demagoguery beyond my ability to respond. But as to blaming Russia for everything, and in fact, is there anybody from the Washington Post here? This is the line which they have been taking from time to time. I was struck by the line which entered the editorial of the Washington Post yesterday. It accuses Russia of a number of things, but then it says Russia launched millions of refugees from Syria to Europe in order to destabilize Europe. You know, we have warned them not to invade Iraq in 2003, which caused the extreme stabilization of the Middle East. We warned them not to stabilize Libya and not to engage a regime change operation there. We warned them a quick regime change in Syria was not going to work. They chose to, pump trillions of billions of dollars of weapons to some strange people, so-called moderate opposition groups who they cannot control any longer. And now it's our fault that refugees are going from Turkey to Europe. So, of course, one can blame Russia or anybody else for everything, but I would rather look into the mirror and we are more realistic and pragmatic and truthful in their analysis of their own actions.
Very upset, but he's exactly right. Don't blame Russia for the Middle East out of control and the madness. It was the United States that brought about the Arab Spring, and that's what he was talking about. It was the United States that messed up Egypt, messed up Libya, messed up, Iraq and Afghanistan. And so now that these migrants are pouring into Europe, don't blame Russia for it. Russia's not the one releasing them. They're coming through Greece, through Turkey, into Greece, in the United Nations, through the European Union nations. Germany's accepted them, pouring them in. As a matter of fact, if you live in Idaho, you just had tens of thousands that just came in. He's done talking. He's upset. He just walked out of the UN Security Council meeting. We'll be back with more current world events and how they relate to Bible prophecy. It's getting ugly. We're nearing World War III if we don't watch it. I'm serious. Pray for the peace. This is getting dangerous. Russian United Nations representatives walking out on Samantha Powers as she tried to run him over. You've seen his response. I'll be back with more in just a minute. Are you serious?